There are so many things that we want to talk about with Linda Hiller Novak. We're going to talk about how you can age in place and age in the right place if you have a senior that you love, that you are looking to either find different housing options or living situations for them. Linda Hiller Novak is an associate broker at Max Broock Realtors, making sure that seniors have a great place to live and that they're comfortable in the place they live. So Linda, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Linda, could you first begin with giving us a little bit of an update on the housing market and tell us a little bit about how that impacts our senior citizens here in our community?
Okay, sure, I'd be happy to. There's one word to describe the market today, which is crazy. There is less inventory on the market right now than there has ever been. And demand is probably higher than it's ever been. Interest rates have been historically low. Now they're starting to creep up a little bit. And because of that, buyers are just crazy to get into the market. So how does that affect seniors? Well, the way it really affects them is very many of us, yes, I'm an us, are looking to what we call downsize or right size at this point. And we're kind of in the catbird seat because we have the inventory that everybody else wants. So we're kind of in an enviable position right now. And actually, condominiums are a little bit slower than homes. And so if you're thinking about going into a condo or into a senior living environment, you're in the catbird seat here. So yes.
Linda, for seniors in our community, what advice would you give to them when they think of aging in place or moving to another living situation at this time?
Well, we like to say, are you aging in place? Are you aging in the right place? So those are the questions that I always ask people. What are our options right now? Well, you can move in with your kids. Nobody wants to do that. You'd be a full-time babysitter. The other is aging in place, which is also a common thing right now. But what does that mean? It means you may have to make some adaptations to your home. If your laundry is in the basement or your bedroom is upstairs, then those are all things you're going to have to look at, where you might be able to move a laundry to, or if you have a way that you could have a first floor master bedroom. Because the point of it is not to impinge your ability to live comfortably, it's to increase your freedom and your availability to be as independent for as long as possible. The other option is to what we call right size. We don't really want to call it downsizing anymore. We call it right sizing because it means that you're moving into a phase of your life where this big, maybe 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath center entrance colonial home is no longer right for you. And then your other option is to move to a 55 plus community or an independent living community, which there are so many amazing choices out there right now with really vital, independent, happy, wonderful people in it. So that would be the choices.
Linda, for all of those different living options, how does one go about finding the right choice for themselves or loved ones when it comes to all of these different options as they get older?
Well, I always sit down with my clients and I tell them to make the best choice. There are 5 components. There's lifestyle, fitness, security, socialization, and of course, financial. So what does that mean? Well, the first is your lifestyle choice. The question is this: do you own your house or does your house own you at this point? Are you doing things in your home that you want to do, or are you doing things that you have to do? Because so often people are trapped in their homes by their homes. They've got all kinds of stuff in the basement, or they've got, just collections of things, and they really don't know where to start. So that's where we step in with the lifestyle aspect of it. And personally, I work with a lot of people that can help with that. The next choice is fitness, because I'm sure you've all heard the saying, use it or lose it. Access to fitness is a really key factor in aging successfully. So if you're someplace that you're isolated and you can't get out, you can't walk, or maybe you're a swimmer, then that's something you certainly want to take into account when you're making the decision. The next is security. Do you know what would happen if you fell in your bathroom tonight? You know, it's something nobody wants to think about, but it's important. Do you have a support system? Do you have somebody you can call? Because falls in a single family home is the cause of the most accidental injury deaths. And for so many people, unfortunately, that fall is kind of the start down a slippery slope. So you want to make sure that you are cared for and in control of your situation as much as possible. And then finally, not finally, because we still have financial, but the socialization aspect. Socialization has a huge impact on you physically. It affects your immune system. It affects your blood pressure, your brain health, your memory, your amount of activity. It affects depression. It affects nutrition. And of course, relationships. You know, we all eat better when we're sitting with other people and chatting and talking about things, and it's just much healthier. Now, some people don't want to be bothered with other people. They want to be alone. But for many people, socialization is a huge factor in their decision on what to do later in life to make their life as valuable and important as it can be. And then finally is the financial issue, because people will say to me all the time, well, I don't owe anything on my house, but you've got property taxes, you've got insurance, you've got maintenance, you've got upkeep. So you may not owe things, but you're still paying out a lot of money. Now, you know, people will ask the difference between a house and a condo. Well, in a condo, you do have association fees, but on the other hand, in a condo, you may not be paying for maintenance. Some may cover some of your utilities. Your security may be part of it. So these are all factors that you look at. And I could go on all day, but if you were to go to an independent living facility, there's different types of those. Some where you would pay a monthly rent, some where you would buy into them. Some will offer you continued care for the rest of your life. If you started an independent living and maybe had to have surgery and needed to be in a rehabilitation facility for a few weeks, that would be part of your fee that you paid to get in. So there's a lot of ground to cover here.
Linda, if someone was looking to either reassess where they need to age in the right place, how could they go about reaching out to you and getting some advice and help throughout that process?
I would be happy to help. I don't know if you're putting a banner on the bottom of the screen. You're welcome to call me. Can I give you my number?
Go ahead.
248-408-7811 is my cell phone. Or you can email me. The easiest way is at Linda @ Novak, Novak, letter R, letter E, team, TEAM.com. A little bit of background about me. Do I have a second?
Yeah, we have a second.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I've been an associate broker for over 30 years, and I also specialize as a senior real estate specialist. I was the co-founder of a company called Right Moves for Seniors, which operated for many years. I did the real estate, and I had a partner who handled the senior move part of it. Long story short, she retired, but I continued to treasure working with seniors. They are my absolute favorite. And I still have my contacts, people that will help to sort pack, organize, donate things for you, staging, just coming in and helping you with everything. Because my first meeting with people, I always say the same thing. Do you know how you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time, because it is an overwhelming process for many people. And it's something that we can get you through from the very start till you are in your new home.
Well, Linda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We so appreciate having you here.
You are so welcome. Thank you very much for having me.